Hello David, I've got your new unit running on the bench, and what you see there is the coil negative waveform. And I've got got the coil running on an old J&S black box, our first universal unit. And you can see the probe is hanging off a little test point I cut into the coil negative signal that goes to the coil here, the white wire. And right now the Vampire is not getting an ignition signal, so it's essentially off. Now I'll connect the coil negative signal to the Vampire. And let's turn on channel 2 on the scope. And channel 2 will show the turn-on voltage to the retard transistor as we make a retard. So I've got the nitrous retard input connected to 12 volts. Those two purple wires are jumpered together. So now when I turn the nitrous retard knob on the front panel, this one here, the second one from the left end, whoops, wrong one. Okay, there we go. So we can make a retard up to 20 degrees by turning that knob. And you can see it retarding there. So if it doesn't work out of the box, try this test setup first. And if it kills the engine, I want you to look at the coil negative signal when you first start to make it retard. Okay, that's like 1 degree of retard there. Each step is a degree of retard. And notice way over on the left edge, there's a tiny 100 volt waveform. Let me turn off channel 2, so it's just channel 1. So way over on the left side of the screen, you see a 100 volt pulse. That's what the Vampire triggers on. With no retard, the coil negative signal races to 400 volts in about a microsecond. And when you want it to retard, the Vampire senses when the coil negative signal goes to 100 volts, or when it triggers at 70 volts, and it says, okay, I've got to ground the coil right now. And by the time it gets it grounded, it's gotten to 100 volts. It's still plenty of time to prevent the spark. So this is what you should look for if for some reason it doesn't work.